The power that kindles mind was still withdrawn in the case of the avatars. Heavy, unwilling, were life's servitude, like workers with no wages of delight. Sullen, the torch of sense refused to burn. The unassisted brain found not its spark. Only a vague earth nature held the frame. But now she stirred, her life shared the cosmic load. Now she stirred, her life shared the cosmic load. So now, what is that now? This great event, which is foretold, a long foreknown knowledge was there, long foreknown noon was there, and Satyavan would die. That moment, that now she stirred, she suddenly got woken up and she realizes her full divinity in action. Her life shared the cosmic load. She has taken now the entire load. Until now, man was carrying the burden on his head, but now Savitri has taken entirely upon her. At the summons of her body's voiceless call, at the summons of her body's voiceless call, the emphasis again on matter, on body, on the physical. It is the summons of the body, not of the vital, not of the mental, not of the spiritual also. It is the body which must really get the response from the divine. At the summons of her body's voiceless call, a strong, forming spirit traveled back to the yoke of ignorance and fate, back to the labor and stress of mortal days, lighting a pathway to strain the simple dream across the ebbing seas of sleep. This is a description of how the consciousness works its way back, bringing back remembrance, waking the faculties, more conscious by right than by day, by night than by day, because the inner being is more active. As the body goes to sleep, the inner being wakes up, and with it comes back the memory of the past. For those who are more developed in the inner being than the body, those who come upon the earth fully conscious and their consciousness veiled and dulled by the contact with matter, sleep is often a revelation. So that is the positive aspect of sleep, you see. Because the body is asleep, inactive, the inner consciousness is more free and in contact with what it knows more directly. So in the inner means the sleep kind of dulls our faculties. They are now awakened. All those who have come down upon earth, fully developed and fully conscious, at night when the body rests, remember what they were and what they can do. In fact, they actually continue to do their work at the night when their body is immobile. They continue their activity and they do what they came to do upon earth. Did Sri Aurobindo ever sleep? Yes, he did sleep, but then this work was going on. Even before the body knows and can help the work. Her house of nature felt an unseen sway. Illumined swiftly were life's darkened room. Illumined swiftly were life's darkened room. And memory's casement opened down the hours. The windows have opened out, and the tired feet of thought approached her door. Tired feet of thought approached her door. All came back to her, earth and love and doom. That is the memory. Earth, yes, love, do the purpose for which she had taken the mortal birth. The ancient disputant. So these are the three ancient disputants: earth, love, and doom. The ancient disputant encircled her like giant figures wrestling in the night. The goddess from the dim inconscient born awoke the struggle and the pang divine and the shadow of her flaming heart, the somber center of the dire debate, a guardian of her unconsoled abyss. Inheriting the long agony of her goal, a stone still figure high and godlike pain, stared into the space with fixed regardless eyes, that saw grief's timeless depths, but not life's goal. Now, like giant figure that wrestling in the night, giant figure, earth, love, doom. They are the goddess from the inconscient born. Earth coming up from inconscience. Love coming up from inconscience. Doom, death, of course, coming up from inconscience. Earth was prepared as a significant center in the inconscience to carry out the evolution further. Love, it is a divine avatar, Satyavan, who has plunged into the inconscience so that from there he can come up. So that way, love, earth, and doom are the goddess born from the inconscience. And then a stone still figure of the high godlike pain. So what she sees here, person, a pain, who has absolutely no response, who is not concerned at all, you are suffering or not, he is doing his own work. Afflicted by his harsh divinity, he is concerned with his divinity of harshness. Bound to his throne, he waited unappeased the daily oblation of her unwept tears. Savitri is weeping, praying to the God, and all her unwept tears are the offering to this God of pain to her. It is he who is still unappeased by those tears. Afflicted by his harsh divinity, bound to his throne, he waited unappeased the daily oblation of her unwept tears. She is not really weeping, but inward, all that thing is constantly, that grieving is there. All earth is under the governing shadow of the of the vital beings. Even the highest divinity, when coming upon earth, cannot escape the consequences of the shadow governing the events of the earth. For the life upon earth to become entirely divine, harmonious, happy, painless, these forces and beings of the vital world must be conquered and destroyed, transformed, or they must disappear. That is, return to the nirvana of their origin, from where they had come. All the fierce question of man's hours relived. Why this creation? Why this pang? Why this suffering? That fierce question of man was relived again by Savitri. The sacrifice of suffering and desire earth offers to the immortal ecstasy began again beneath the eternal hand. She is doing the sacrifice once more under his hand. Awake, she endured the moment serene and looked on his green, smiling, dangerous world, this whole forest, the dangerous world, green, smiling, dangerous world, and heard the ignorant cry of living things. Birds, animals, prey, all of them are crying. Amid the trivial sounds, the undying scene, her soul arose, confronting time and fate. The moment of death has appeared. Amid the trivial sound, the unchanging scene, her soul arose, confronting time and fate. Immobile in herself, she gathered force. This was the day when such a one must die. It is this terrible story of the creation of earth and man as a means to save the world from suffering and destruction.
Who is the stone still figure? Who is this?
Stone figure, that God of pain.
What?
God of pain.
The god of pain.
The stone figure is the God of pain. That is why he is harsh divinity.
Hasn't he given up his body?
He is there, pain is
He's
there.
still there.
In the material world, he is there.
He's still there.
Pain, P is capital. The death of Satyavan becomes the symbol of the misery of the earth's creation for its fate and through Savitri of its liberation. She faces the doom in order to give the solution. Unless she participates, how she can offer? The creation is plunged in misery, suffering, and death, but it can and will be saved through her intervention. Not the divine goddess, but her intervention after taking the mortal birth. It is through that only the creation will be saved. Well, that is the general run through of the first canto of Savitri with the symbol dawn. We'll take this thing in more detail as we go line by line, sentence by sentence, comma by comma in the course of time.